Hello, hello, and welcome. Another episode of Hunts Explained, Monster Hunter Wild. Monster Hunter Wild is a game where you hunt monsters wild. This video, I'm gonna go over Quematrice, the chicken. You can always refer to your notebook. It actually gives you a lot of information. But yeah, let's just talk about this fight. So, this fight, you can break the head, the neck is the weak point. So if you want to focus in on a spot, focus the head. The tail can be cut and it can be broken. But usually you have to break it first and then you can cut it. He creates sparks and then he uses his tail to make him explode and then it deals fire damage. His elemental weakness is water. You can use any status on him. Flash pots work, sonic bombs don't. Both traps work. And that's about it with the general info, except for... Yeah, since it's a beginner monster, you can see he's like weak to everything. So it doesn't matter what weapon you use. But I will show you something. In this fight, if you use a ranged weapon, the chicken can't do anything. He has no ranged moves, so he will always run at you, try to peck you, but you can just keep dashing away and shooting him. I will show it to you, but then I'll show the fight with a melee weapon. So, I am in need of food cooking materials, so I will do it at the event quest. The issue with this, what I've seen, before this video I tested a little thing to make sure. If you remember in the other videos I talked about every move, like every enemy has a move that creates a weak, like a wound, right? He refused to do the move. Like, basically he only has a couple of moves. He can peck you really quick. He can like bonk and peck you, so he goes like bang, bang, bang. He creates sparks and then he swipes with his tail in a like from his back to his front. And then he has like a big move where he turns free in a 360 degree, right? That's like his big move. But he has like a even bigger version and that creates the wound. Basically he does the 360, it explodes, and then he screams at you. And while he's screaming, he creates the wound, but he refused to do it in the last session, I guess. Okay, so get a sneak attack again, because why not? And now I'll show you if you use a ranged weapon. So, he will try to come at me, right? So let's say I'm fighting. Bang. I just dash back. I keep walking back. Nothing he can do. Okay? So, if you want to make this fight as easy as possible, because again, keep in mind, Monster Hunter, it's a lot about knowledge and preparation. Of course, execution plays a role, and if you're good enough at execution, you can ignore everything else. But generally, it's about preparation and knowledge. Okay, now let's get into the fight proper. He can run and bite. There's a small tail swipe. That's the normal tail swipe. He also has a tail slam. Generally, if an enemy has a tail, they can use a tail slam. Just keep that in mind. Chomp. I want him to do the peck, so I can show it to you. Okay, another chomp. Tail swipe. Another tail swipe. Peck. 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 That's the peck I was talking about. Yeah, tail swipe. Yeah, I want him to do the big move so I can show you the wound he creates. So I kind of don't want to hit him just yet, but I might have to force him to use it. So I'll start attacking. But that's legit the fight. There's only one move you haven't seen, and that's his super move, basically. It's the only thing you haven't seen. If you cut his tail, he can't really create flames anymore. That's the big swipe I was talking about. but it was not the super move. It kind of looks the same. It's just even bigger, even more damage, even more flames. And he leaves the wound on his mouth afterwards. So the tail is broken. Wanna cut it? If you can cut, you want to cut his tail. Wipe. Usually they do it twice. Because there was water. If you make use of your environment, if there's water, the flame doesn't come out. Keep that in mind. Okay. Yeah, there's another lot to talk about in this fight, but like I said, I want to make a video about every single monster. So I try to cut his tail, and then I wait until he makes his super move so you can see it. Paralyzed him. Okay, I got the tail. Now I will literally wait until he does the move. Small swipe. Peck. Another peck. Jump. Come on, please do it for the video. So I can show it. Because after that we're done. That's all he does. And I promise later fights will get more interesting. Remember, usually they do it twice. Are you gonna do the big one? Yep, 360. But there's the wound. So you saw that one? It's like, it's almost the same as his big 360 move. But there's a bit, just like a tiny bit more happening, where he goes, like he revs it up, and then he spins. But yeah, that's it for Quematrice. That's all you need to know, really. If you are using a ranged weapon, or if you are fine with using different weapons or loadouts for different enemies. He and Rompompolo, I think is his name, are very, very, very susceptible to ranged weapons because they just don't have proper range move. Rompompolo can hit you, don't get me wrong. Obviously I covered that in his video. He does have moves to access you even when you're far away. But he's more of a close-ranged fighter. I guess you could phrase it. But yeah, let's finish this fight and that's it for Quematrice. Oh yeah, general rule. I will mention that in fights where it matters. A lot of screams or status moves, you can dodge roll through them or block them if you have a shield. I mentioned that in the videos where that is relevant, but since Quematrice doesn't really have a lot to talk about, I just thought I mention it here as well. Okay, with all of that said, very short video, simple fight, not that much to keep in mind. Maybe he gets a master rank version one day, who knows? Because usually I don't show low rank in these videos, but in low rank they don't have access to all of their moves. In high rank they get like upgraded version and a little more moves. That's why I just cover high rank, because it also encompasses low rank. But yeah, that's it for Quematrice, the fire chicken. So, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in the next hunt. Take care, and don't get bullied. Bye bye.